All right, so today we're doing another book review. We haven't done one in a while. This is Linux Basics for Hackers. Now, when people see that hackers word, they're like, oh, that's a bad word. It just means cybersecurity, right? How to protect yourself online, how to avoid phishing and scam emails, how to make sure that you understand what is happening so you can better prepare yourself to avoid those bad situations. It's just like when people hear the word AR-15, right? They're like, oh, that's bad, it's evil. No, it's a normal rifle, right? It's for self-protection. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. And even though that's the tool that people choose to use to protect themselves in a physical world, Linux and hacker are the tools and the words that we use to protect ourselves in a digital world, right? So it's not anything scary, it's not anything crazy. And the one thing that, when it comes to the prepper, the self-reliant mindset, is again, we're all about personal protection, right? We want to have our firearms, we want to have the ability to protect ourselves and our family, but we don't understand anything when it comes to the digital world, right? You're here on YouTube, which means you have internet, which means you have a router and a modem, and you have things that you use to access the internet. Well, are people using those things to access you, right? Do you have a smart home? How are those connected? How are those things wired together? How are you keeping yourself safe from evil hackers? Just like there are people that use firearms inappropriately and they use them in an evil manner, there are people that use hacking in an evil manner. And so Linux Basic for Hackers, in my opinion, is a book that I really like. You do need to know how to use Linux. You don't really know how to use it. It tells you how to use it in here. It really is the basics. It's basically how to use Linux, right? And the reason that we like to use Linux over Windows or Apple is because Linux gives you full control over your system. There's a lot of things in Windows that you aren't allowed to touch, right? And it's for your protection. So they don't let you go in and delete the programming that lets your computer connect to your keyboard, right? You're not allowed to touch that. You're not even allowed to go into that portion of your computer. In Linux you can. And so you go in and you delete the program that lets you connect to your keyboard. You can't have a keyboard anymore, right? And so you need to be very, very careful when using Linux. That kind of freedom comes with responsibility, right? And so this goes in through the very, very basics. It teaches you how to use the command line. It teaches you how to use the GUI. And so the command line is, you see it like on movies all the time. They're in the command line typing different things in, and then you see it scrolling through. The GUI is what you probably are using, where it has like the windows and you click on this folder and then it opens up and then you see all the files and then you click on this file. It's a graphic user interface instead of a command line interface. But it goes through all of that in this book. The only issue I have with this book is it's a little outdated. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was written in 2019. No, I'm saying 2019. It was written in 2019, which doesn't seem that long ago, but it's long ago enough to where some of the things in here aren't up to date. And so you are going to have to go to YouTube. You are going to have to figure some workarounds. One of the things that they talk about a lot in this book is snort. And they use snort to teach you how to do things. In 2019, snort came standard in Linux. In 2023, it does not. And I can't figure out how to get it onto my computer. I can't. I've tried. I can't get it to work. And so I had to find some workarounds. I had to find some different programs that were kind of similar so that I could still do the lessons in this book. Each chapter is a lesson. And there are 17 chapters. So there's 17 lessons in here. And it does start off with the bare bones basics, right? How to open a file, how to see what's in that file, how to create a file, how to write something and keep notes, how to, it's very, very basics, and I appreciate that so much. As somebody that didn't have any knowledge of Linux, I really appreciate this book a lot. And in my opinion, a good book is one that you continue to go back to, and this is my reference book. Anytime I forget how to do something, I'm in this book remembering how to do it. Anytime that I'm like, I want to do this thing, but I don't remember if I even can, I'm in here trying to figure out if I can. I'm constantly referencing this book, and in my opinion, that's what a good book is. It's one that you continue to go back to. I continue to go back to this book. I highly recommend it. It does take some work. It does take some YouTube and figuring things out. I suggest in the comment section down below, I'll leave a link to this book. I'll also leave a link to Network Chuck. Network Chuck is a YouTube channel that goes over a lot of the same stuff, a lot of Linux basics and a lot of networking and a lot of computer hacking and computer programming, and I've learned a lot from his channel as well, so I'll leave a link to both. So if you buy this channel, or if you buy this book, you can use his channel to find the workarounds and figure out what you need to do. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you on my next video.